Thank you. We're 1 week away from the Birmingham city elections. There are city councilors up on the ballot this year, and there are numerous mayoral candidates, including Philemon Hill, who's with us. He's one of 8 running for mayor. He's live with us this morning. Mr. Hill, thank you for waking up early to talk to voters on the CBS 42 Morning News.
Thank you for having me.
And we should note you were one of several candidates kind enough to respond to our questions. We gave each candidate the same questions, asked for the same responses. We didn't edit any of them. We can find that at cbs42.com. And I was reading yours this morning about your plans if you're elected, what you hope to do for the city. I know it's hard to sum up a campaign platform in about 3 or 4 minutes, but our first question, tell us just what you want voters to hear from you if they've not even heard of you before, perhaps.
Well, first of all, good morning to you and the citizens of Birmingham. I do believe that I have gathered the most comprehensive plan for the citizens of Birmingham and moving us forward. Some of those priorities within that comprehensive plan is a comprehensive public health and safety plan for our citizens. Right now, dealing with COVID, we need to make sure that we have a dedicated staff and dedicated professionals in making sure that our citizens are healthy and prepared to battle this epidemic. We also need to make sure that we have a safe city. We're about to host the World Games, and we need to make sure that keeping our citizens and our guests throughout this period leading up to the World Games are very safe. We need to make sure all 99 neighborhoods are safe. Also, within my comprehensive plan, I want to make sure that we set the platform, lay the foundation for turning Birmingham into a global economic base for the city. We need to make sure we add jobs within that economic plan of going global. We need to make sure that we become a smart city. So within this comprehensive plan, which is the most comprehensive plan for moving forward, I think that I'm the best choice for mayor of Birmingham.
Let's talk more about the crime issue, the violence issue. I've asked all the candidates the same question, and I'm curious what specifically fixing that looks like, because I think we can all agree everybody wants to live in a safe city. They want to have a safe city to recruit business to. What's the first thing you actually do on day one to try to stop some of the violence that we see in this city? I mean, you know, we've dealt with horrible instances where babies are getting shot, sometimes by other kids. What do you do day one?
Well, first we need to make sure that we have programs and training for our police officer and for our citizens that makes a safe city comprehensive, not just in districts 2, 3, and 5. We need to make sure that all 99 neighborhoods are safe. And by doing that, we need to add programs such as crisis intervention training for all of our officers. We need to make sure we have Cure Violence Global Initiative here in the city. We also need to make sure that we have citizen advisory review boards so that our citizens are engaged in the process of overseeing and working with the police department. We also need to make sure that we have social resources and mental health resources available, not only to our citizens, but also to our police officers. They are our frontline workers, and they have a very tough experience out there making sure that they're protecting and serving our citizens. So they need to have just as many resources available to them, as well as training for our police officers, as well as for our citizens.
I asked Mayor Woodfin if he thinks he can make the case to voters that they're better off now than they were 4 years ago. He, of course, said yes, he does believe he can do that, and he gave his reasons why. That's on our website. By the very nature that you're running for this job, you must have problems with the way he has been running the city for 4 years. You think you can do a better job. In our final 30 seconds or so, what do you want to do differently than the current administration? What's your problem with the way the current administration has been conducting the business of the city?
Well, I vehemently disagree with the current administration and mayor. Actually, the city of Birmingham is more divided than 4 years ago. We've not had leadership that has been willing to bring everybody together. The Black community is more divided now than 2017 when he took office, and the Black and whites in the city are more divided. The haves and have-nots are more divided. The rich are getting richer while the poor are getting poorer. So as a citizen, as a mayor of Birmingham, I believe that I have the tools to make sure that we improve the quality of life for all citizens. Again, not just for those that live in districts 2, 3, and 5.
Philemon Hill, a candidate for mayor, and we appreciate your time, Mr. Hill. Thank you for getting up early, and thank you also for responding to our questions on CBS42.com. We appreciate your time and wish you luck, as we do all the candidates that we've enjoyed having on, enjoyed hearing directly from and to our viewers. So thank you, Mr. Hill.
Thank you, and Birmingham, be your best today.
All right, and don't forget this evening you'll have a chance to hear from Mr. Hill and all of the other candidates. We're joining with our news partners at those great organizations on your screen for a debate on CBS42.com tonight at 6:30. You'll hear from all the candidates, their plans for the city over 90 minutes. Join us tonight and stay with us. We'll be right back after this.